I'm Tracy Cardwell from LPCiminelli and the host of the Buffalo Public Schools renovation program, Making It Happen. The Making It Happen show is a monthly news show that brings you information about the individual renovations in the Buffalo Public Schools, along with information for our minority and women business enterprises and information for opportunities for our Buffalo Public School students. LPCiminelli is the program manager for the renovation project, and they are also the producers of the Making It Happen show. Right now I'm standing in the conference room at the Hyatt Regency Hotel where the DASNY New York State Western New York MWBE outreach program just ended, and now they're all networking out there. So if you didn't get a chance to come here, you're in luck, because today we're going to show you highlights from today's events. But first we're going to head over to the Foundry where the Young Miss Buffalo pageant held their scholarship dinner. It was a great event, and I'm so happy that we were there to capture some of the great moments. So I'm so glad you tuned in. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I am the owner of GMC Exquisite Events, and I'm also an associate board member for Young Miss Buffalo Pageant Scholarship and Enrichment Program, Inc. And I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to the 7th annual Young Miss Buffalo Scholarship Fundraiser. We are here this evening to celebrate the accomplishments of this year's contestants, and also one special individual from the community who has been sewing into the lives of young girls for many years. I just want to welcome you to our 7th annual scholarship fundraiser and awards dinner. I am so elated. We have come such a far and long way. My board members know, those of you who come every year, you know we have come such a long way, and I'm so excited because not only is this our 7th annual scholarship dinner, but we're celebrating 14 years of helping young women to become their best. Those of you who you came to celebrate, let's let them know that what they've learned they can take once this is over. Let's let them know that we love them. Let's let them know that even though it may be ending in 3 weeks, they already know that they can reach out to us, they can connect with us, we can write letters of recommendation, they can text us, as they call it, Vine us, Instagram us, or whatever else they're using. But I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. We'd like to introduce our fabulous young lady who has represented YMBP for the last year as Queen, Miss Jasmine Farr, Young Miss Buffalo 2013. We'd like to welcome the 2014 Young Miss Buffalo pageant contestants as they introduce themselves.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aaliyah Brown, and I am 15 years old. Next fall, I will be a junior in Hutchinson Central Technical High School.
Hi, my name is Anyang Bak. I'm 15 years old. I'm a freshman at Tapestry Charter High School. Thank you.
I'm Sharon Mayfield. I'm 14 years old. In this upcoming school year, I will be in the 10th grade at Buffalo Academy for Visual and Performing Arts. Thank you.
My name is Michaela Willis. I'm 14, and I'll be a freshman at Math, Science, and Technology School. Thank you.
I'm 15 years old, and this upcoming year I will be a sophomore at Maryville High School. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ariel Trueheart. I am 15 years old, and this fall I will be a junior at Buffalo Academy of the Sacred Heart. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sherelle Hill, and I'm 14 years old. This fall I will be a freshman at Franklin D. Cox High School in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tariana Green. I'm 17 years old, and this upcoming fall I will be a senior at Narden Academy. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Krista Bell. I am 15 years old, and this fall I will be attending City Honors as a sophomore. Thank you.
I am 16 years old, and this fall I will be a junior at Olmsted High School. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kiera Mile. I am 14, and this fall I'll be a freshman at Hutchinson Central Technical High School. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isabel Scorman. I'm 16 years old, and this upcoming school year, I will be a junior at Hamburg High School. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jalen Baldwin. I'm 17 years old officially today because today is my birthday. Thank you. And I will be a senior at Hutch Tech.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nia Hawkins. I am 15 years old.
In this upcoming fall, I will be a sophomore at Middle Early College. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Desire Triplett. I'm 15 years old, and I will be in 10th grade at Charter High School for Applied Technology. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tyra Brown. I'm 16 years old, and this fall I'll be a junior at Buffalo Academy for Visual and Performing Arts. Thank you.
I have the right and the power and the ability to create a beautiful, joyful, and peaceful world for myself and others. I have a body, but I am not my body. I have a face, but I am not my face.
I am the most important thing in the world to me. I am love in motion.
I am the light of the world.
Mistake.
I can create something beautiful in all that I do. I deserve the best. I give the best.
I do my best to always take care of you.
I am a girl. I am growing into a woman. I am it. I am the joy the world is waiting for.
On behalf of all the women in the room, I see you fellas, but this is a little something for the ladies, and all the women that wanted to be here beyond measure. On behalf and to our illustrious panel, the contestants, the board members, I see you, friends, family, our illustrious honoree of distinction, let me greet you with the International Woman's Anthem. Sister, you've been on my mind, so sister, we're two of a kind, so sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you. I got some Color Purple fans. All right, I heard you singing with me. Thank you very much. That's what I do to just let the room know, all right? I do. I could recount a litany, a number of phenomenal women that have paved the way for each of us to be here. Sarah and Elizabeth's faith, you know. Queen Esther and Judge Deborah's courage. Mary Magdalene's belief. Phoebe and Priscilla's inspiration. Dear Maya's powerful mind. Shirley's Chisholm, elect lady, and Oprah's perseverance. Mae Jameson and Dietrich Trueheart's vision. The lovely Adriana's tenacity. And most certainly, I see you in the room, the Grand Ma'am herself, Miss Karima Amin. We thank you for paving the way. Yes, it's a beautiful thing, contestants, when your reputation precedes you. Don't ever forget that. Is that all right? So the successes and the accomplishments that we celebrate with you ladies on tonight, leading up to the 2014 pageant, let them become the ladder and the stepping stones to your next set of goals, right? It's July, so all over the country, they've been celebrating commencement to begin exercises, and moving up day exercises. But today is a different kind of moving up, if you will. It's a moving up to the next level of thinking, the next level of being, the next level of becoming, and the next level of being your best. You are the very definition of grace, class, poise, even though she sweats, and pre and post modern feminism. Yes, you are. You're what she looks like, because the forefathers and the foremothers and the ancestors and the elders have made this way for you. So here you are, walk all up in it, in your heels or your flats, whatever you desire, because you decide beauty. Walk all up in it. And remember, you can't always build the future for our youth, grown folks. As much as we try, we do. But thank you, Deidre and company. Thank you for deciding to build our youth for their future. All right.
Hey Buffalo, this is Tracy Cardwell, and I'm inviting everyone to join me at the 10th anniversary of the Buffalo Funk Fest on Saturday, August 23rd, 2 o'clock at LaSalle Park. This tribute concert to our king of punk funk, Rick James, is a non-stop party, and we want you there. To honor Rick James, we want to paint LaSalle Park in a sea of his favorite colors, red and black. So find your favorite red and black outfit and come to this free event on August 23rd. I am honored to be serving as the host again this year, and if you know me, then you know ain't no party like a Funk Fest party, because a Funk Fest party don't stop. So come on out ready to dance, party, and enjoy a few of Buffalo's best local bands and the Grammy Award winner Skip Martin, who's the lead singer of the Daz Band and former lead singer of Kool and the Gang. The NICYO Buffalo Funk Fest is presented by LPCiminelli and sponsored in part by Mayor Byron Brown, Council President Darius Pridgeon, Council members Damone Smith and Rashid Wyatt, the Continental School of Beauty, Geneva's Auto, DASNY, Carmen Sims, Camellia Foods, the Oak Room, and AM 1400. Remember, the Buffalo Funk Fest is free and open to the public, so come show your love for Buffalo's king of punk funk, Rick James, on Saturday, August 23rd, and then join us at the after party at the Oak Room.
The Dormitory Authority, of course, is a very large state agency that actually deals in billions of dollars, not millions of dollars, but billions of dollars. And I think it speaks volumes to Mr. Williams's commitment not only to seeing the business growth of all businesses in New York State, but certainly the growth of minority and women-owned businesses, because this is indeed an exciting time to be doing business in Buffalo, to be living in Buffalo, to be living in Western New York. Over the next 4 years, that's expected to stimulate more than 12,000 new jobs being created in this community. Our governor is here quite often. Our governor has helped to lead the way in some of the economic development opportunities that we're seeing in this community. He has been a tremendous partner, and certainly Paul Williams, the president and CEO of DASNY, is one who has really helped to move the governor's vision for this state, Western New York and Buffalo forward.
So this is a city, and this is a region on the move, and I am happy to be here as part of the state platform, as Byron indicated, of our Governor Andrew Cuomo. And I really like coming to Buffalo because it seems like every time I'm up here, I get such a great reception. I want to thank all of the state as well as local public agencies represented here today. Many of them have tables out there, and you'll hear from some of the representatives during this program, and hopefully you'll be able to network with many of them while you're here. I want to thank each and every one of you for making time to be here, because your presence matters. And I want to thank all the prime contractors who are sharing some time with us today. You know, representatives from Ciminelli, LaChase, Turner, and others are supposed to be here, and many of them are here already. I want to thank you for making time to join us today, because your presence matters. It matters to all of us because we all have a stake in the economic health of Buffalo and Western New York. And working together, we can grow and support a strong economy for this region. Today, in fact, you know, as I'm riding around town, you can see cranes up in the air, and the mayor's indicated that there's a lot of investment being put into Buffalo. And due to the governor's commitment, the state budget this year did include $680 million to complete that Buffalo Billion package, and projects are underway. There are at least 3 major Buffalo Billion initiatives planned for the immediate future: the Buffalo Medical Innovation and Commercialization Hub on the Buffalo Medical Campus, the Buffalo High Tech Innovation and Commercialization Hub at the River Bend in South Buffalo, and the Buffalo IT Innovation and Commercialization Hub. Continued success for everyone, for all of you seeking to build and grow your companies here in Western New York. As an entrepreneur and lawyer, as someone who built and developed my own law firm, was involved in other entrepreneurial activities during my rather long career now. I want you to know that I understand and appreciate the kind of guts it takes, the kind of commitment it takes to put yourself on the line as an entrepreneur, to say that not only are you going to be responsible for feeding yourself and your family, but you're going to be responsible for feeding the families of those who work with you. It's a daunting challenge. The times are never good all the time, and there are valleys and sometimes in hills that you have to overcome. But I say to you that certainly at DASNY, you've got a partner. We understand and appreciate the value of diversifying our vendor base. We understand the kind of quality service we get from small firms, minority firms, women firms, and we know that competition is the key to best value for us. And with you in the mix, that enhances that competition for us and for the state of New York, and in turn, that makes sure that the people of the state of New York get the very best for their dollar.
I'm going to give you some specific examples of how you can actually work within the system to be able to maximize the functionality contained therein. It is an online access portal that provides an interface for current and prospective MWBEs, New York State agencies and authorities, as well as prime contractors to meet contract requirements. Those that want to get certified or recertified. It's a vehicle for agencies to report their utilization as well as their quarterly MWBE activity. And lastly, it's an opportunity to learn of not only discretionary but procurement opportunities in general. So if you're looking to do business with New York State and you are a certified MWBE, you want to bookmark the New York State contract system because it's something that you will probably be spending a lot of time on and be very comfortable in. What does it mean to you? Well, it will tell you how to get certified and provide you with the vehicle to be able to accomplish that. It will also allow you to update your product codes. Everyone that is a certified firm in here that wants to be a certified firm is going to have an identity. And that identity is going to describe what you do, and that product code or that descriptor that you have is the thing that those who don't know you, who want to achieve MW utilization, are going to be able to identify you by. So it's important that when the division assigns you a code, that code is aligned with what you think you do. It's also a way when you have increased accountability for both primes and subs. Now, it's increased accountability for primes in that one of the best features of the system is when if you are an on-state contract and you're listed on the utilization plan from any of the respective agencies that are in the room or outside the room, if a payment goes to the prime, then at the end, the MWBE will be sent an email asking them, did you receive a payment? This is where the division and other agencies are continually advising MWBEs of opportunities to do business with New York State.
You absolutely, if you're looking to work for the state of New York, either with an executive agency like OGS, SUNY Construction Fund or others, or a public authority like DASNY, Thruway Authority, then you're going to have to participate in this system. Why? Because as Brian indicated, when you receive a contract, a subcontract, no matter what the dollar value is, you will be required to participate in the system. So what Brian said relative to your ability to register in the system, to get an account lookup, which is a password, a login and a password, so you can verify. So this becomes the equalizer, ladies and gentlemen, because whether I have one staff person or I have 15 staff people across the state or wherever, this system will allow you to help verify that you've been paid. And what Brian indicated is that every prime contractor who receives a payment from an agency or authority by the state of New York is required to go in the system and to denote who they are going to pay from the check that they receive from that agency and authority. They have to do it. And then it becomes your responsibility, and that's why I'm spending some time on this, Because if you don't respond, then what eventually happens is that prime contractor who you were working for, and you say, oh, I got paid, I'm not going in to fill this thing out, they eventually won't receive any more payments because you haven't went in to verify that you received the payment from them. So please, take advantage of this system because it makes our jobs a little easier to do that if we have the ability with you participating in the system as well as our prime contractors. And this system was structured, okay, under the leadership of Paul Williams and myself and others. When RFP was put out and we selected a vendor, we did this with this mindset to help the minority, women, small businesses, and ultimately all contractors. Because this isn't just an MWBE problem. This happens to everybody. So this becomes a way where we can kind of equalize all of this. I'm not accepting anybody's word for anything, especially when, as you just heard Paul mention, you have your own family and you have families of your employees that need to be paid weekly or bi-weekly. You need to be paid. So if you're not being paid because someone isn't billing appropriately, and it could be legitimately, I'm not saying, maybe the work hasn't progressed to the point where you were up front and then the rest of the work hasn't happened, that's okay, but you're at least entitled to know.
It's great to be here. Thanks for the opportunity to talk about what the Regional Economic Development Council is and how you as minority women-owned businesses can participate in the projects that are awarded through the REDC. Basically how things got started is back in 2011, the governor created 10 regional economic development councils across the state. In addition to creating what's called the Consolidated Funding Application, or the CFA. And the reason that was created was to serve as a single point of access for economic development funding. Last year we had approximately $750 million in state resources that were made available to support the priorities identified in those regional plans. Here in Western New York, we were not designated a top performer last year, but we did receive $60.8 million for 81 projects that were awarded funding through the REDC process. It included a focus on providing employers with on-demand access to advanced cloud computing services, modernizing water infrastructure, business efficiency type of projects, and creating jobs through expanding the region's manufacturing industry. All of the CFA grants are subject to the New York State Executive Law, Article 15A, which sets that 20% goal for MWBE participation. So each one of those, so I mentioned there were 81 projects last year, all of those projects have to meet a 20% or higher MWBE goal.
What I felt would be helpful would be for some of my experts, and that's what I'm going to call these individuals on the stage here, the expert panel, to kind of weigh in a little bit on what strategies have been employed by prime contractors to successfully solicit and attain MWBE or DBE participation on your agency's authorities or contracts. So what I'm looking to find out is all of you have staff or yourselves personally review utilization plans, strategies that primes do, CMs, consultants, you know, we can cover the full gamut. What are some of the successful strategies that you've seen employed that have garnered the 20% or at least get on the road toward getting that? What are they doing? What successful strategies are they employing to maximize the MWBE participation on your contracts?
What I'm finding over the years is those prime contractors who build relationships with MWBEs prior to the actual need are most successful. In other words, let's get to know who each other is. It works both ways, that the primes are trying to build those relationships with MWBEs to get an idea of who you are first. Because if you're talking about engaging on a project, you want to have some idea. Because outside of the MWBE issue, they're building relationships with non-MWBE firms, and they need to do that also with you. So they're doing that, they're soliciting on projects, and you say, well, you know, that's not a project for me, what have you. Respond back, and it doesn't have to be for that project. knock on their door and say, I need you to know who I am. I know that you need to get participation on your projects, and I can not start off with, I'm a good contractor, or I can give you good prices, but I also happen to be an MWBE and I can help you meet your goals. So what I find is that those primes that are trying to build relationships with MWBs, at least get to know them and who they are prior to the actual need, tend to be most successful, so that when they do have the need, they at least have some people to reach out to engage with.
I have to agree with Lois regarding the developing partnerships. When I first came to work for the state, I worked for John Egan, who at one time ran DASNY, also Department of Transportation, in the Office of General Services, and he told me it's all about relationships, and that's very true. And we have, on our website, we have a portal which is called the Vendor Interest Profile section. And as subs, you can go there and register, and as a prime, you can also go there and register. And when a project comes available that is of interest to either party, the individual's names show up on that registry. And it's a way of folks meeting sort of online and trying to develop relationships and partnerships together to bid on projects. So from a strategic point of view, the prime should try to use that particular option as a way of securing, and everybody's always interested in working with people that you know. And there's something in that, but you also need to have a wide variety of people that you're dealing with, and it's a good opportunity for them to do that.
That's a wrap. As you can see, there's a lot of great networking going on back here. And if you missed it, that's okay. There'll be other opportunities. Just make sure you check out my Facebook page where I post all of this kind of great stuff, okay? I want to send a shout out to Deidre Trueheart. I want to say congratulations to you and your entire committee for all the great things you're doing with the Young Miss Buffalo pageant. Those young ladies, I tell you, they are awesome, and it's all because of you. As I said, don't forget about our Facebook page. Check it out often for all of the opportunities for minority and women business enterprises and opportunities for our Buffalo Public Schools students. Don't forget we are on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in LPCiminelli's Making It Happen. There you'll be able to view all of our past and current shows. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, there's the number. Give us a call. Thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, let's keep making it happen.